So today we're going to talk about reading personal development. I have a list in the files, and I want you to go through it in the files tab and look at some of the books that you can read. My personal favorite is called The Compound Effect, and it talks about how little things you do each day without even realizing it can lead to huge, huge outcomes. So let's say you go to McDonald's and you buy a Big Mac. It's not going to kill you that day. It's not going to kill you that second. But if you keep eating a Big Mac every single day for the next 5 years, it's going to cause some problems. So that's kind of what the compound effect talks about, is how you can do little tiny things that affect the rest of your life. So we're going to take three men. And one man, they all start at the same pretty much spot. They all start the same jobs, same weight. They're all best friends. They live on the same street. So let's say one man decides that he wants to work out every day for 20 minutes. And he kind of watches what he eats, and he reads a personal development book for 20 minutes a day. Or while he's on his way to work, he listens to some uplifting personal development thing. Let's say the other guy, the second guy, just stays the same. He doesn't change anything. And the third guy, he listens to the news, with all the wars and everything going on the way to work. He eats a Big Mac every day for lunch, and he doesn't change, and he doesn't have very good habits. He kind of starts eating McDonald's every day, and he doesn't work out, and he listens to the news and the stress level of the news every day. So let's fast forward and go to these men a year later. Well, the first one obviously is going to lose some weight. He's going to feel better about himself because he's doing personal development. He is going to maybe get a better job because he feels better about himself and he's more confident. And so in retrospect, his marriage is going to be better because he's happier, and he could end up getting a better job with a nicer house just because he started working out, listening to tapes in his car or CDs, and taking care of himself. And in 2 years or a year, the outcome's huge. Even though every single day those changes didn't make him any different, in the end of the year or the 2 years, it was a huge change. So we go to the second guy. He didn't change anything. So he's still where he was 2 years ago. And the third guy, he's probably gained some weight. He probably doesn't feel very good about himself. He's probably really sad and depressed because the news is super depressing. So he goes home and he's unhappy, which makes his family unhappy, which makes them depressed, which could lead to not him being very happy at his job. So, and he could end up getting fired and divorced. And I know that's kind of extreme, but it seriously does happen. Those things don't just happen overnight. It happens because every day, a little bit at a time, something chips away, or something chips away at your life, or something's added to your life. So you have to decide today, is something going to add to my life, or is something going to chip away to my life? So your little workouts that you're doing for this 30-day workshop, and your eating good foods for this 30-day workshop are actually going to affect you. They can have huge effects on you at the end of the year. So that's why we're doing this. And the book, The Compound Effect, talks more about this. There's another analogy that he gives when we go to one of those pump wells of water that they used to have a long time ago, and you sit and you pump and pump and pump, and you get nothing and you get nothing. This is talking about consistency. You have to stay consistent with those things that you do. So you have to do it every day. And even though you don't see anything coming, or you see it's not working, as long as you stay consistent, you'll build momentum and you'll get it at the end. So just like one of those pumps, you pump the water and you pump the water and you don't see anything and you don't see anything, and then so you stop pumping. And then all of that water just goes right back down and you lose all that momentum. But if you keep pumping the water and pumping the water, then finally you just get so much of the water and it keeps coming out that you don't have to pump as hard anymore. And that's kind of what this is. So your daily routine and your consistency affects your future. And I just kind of want you guys to remember that. Even though it seems small, it can be huge, huge, have huge results. So it's called The Compound Effect. And I will give you the author. I'll write the author down and post it too because I can't remember the author. But if you see it, I would highly recommend it. So that's my recommendation for today, and it's something to think about. You guys have an awesome weekend.